Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Rosie Aconseja. Today I'm going to talk about addictions. Unfortunately, humanity, because nobody taught us how to process our emotions, so we want immediate relief. So that relief that we want right now, right away, unfortunately, we get addicted to different things like food, alcohol, drugs, any kind of pills or painkillers, because that numb our memory, our brain, and make us feel for a couple seconds or minutes, make us forget what we are going through, what we are feeling. We don't want to feel whatever we are feeling bad in that moment, so we want to forget about it. And how we do it? We go and start. Remember, addictions don't start from one day to the next day. Addictions start by repetition, doing the same thing, the same amount, and when past the time, our body's going to ask us more if we don't control it from here. So we start to drink one glass or one shot. Then in 8 days, it's going to be more. And when we least expect it, we're drinking every day because we start every 8 days, or socially, usually the alcohol, drugs, food, we start little by little. When we pass the time, 2-3 months, and we look back, we realize that we haven't drinking more than we supposed to, or eating more than we supposed to. In my case, my addiction was to food. 8 years ago, I used to be almost 300 pounds. I used to be very big. And it's because I ate my emotions. I didn't know how to process my emotions, how I feel, how people hurt me, and I allowed them to hurt me. And so for momentarily, I started to eat. I love chocolates. Chocolate. I used to go to buffets where you can repeat many times the food. So that give me pleasure, because if the food, oh my God, yeah, I eat it. But guess what? After that, after eating all that, I felt bad. I felt guilty because I said, what I have done? I've been eating too much. I know it's bad for me. I went to the doctors. The doctor told me, you need to take pills, you need to take this, you need to take that, you need to do exercise, you need to change your eating habits. I hear it, but went to the other side because I was not conscious about my problems. I was not conscious about my emotions. I just thought in that moment that people was to tell me what to do and how to live my life. But in reality, people were caring about me while I was not caring about myself. That's the problem with all humanity. That when someone gives you a suggestion and advice and tell you, hey, you should do this, you should do that, you should fix your life, you should go to therapy, fix your emotions so you can fix better your life and live a better life, we take it like this person is attacking me. This person is telling me what to do and how to live my life. And it's not. They are telling us is to get better our life because they can see that we are struggling with our lives, mostly our loved ones, the people around us, the friends, family, partners. Is telling us, hey, this is a wake-up call. You are on time to change your habits. Because the habits, the good and the bad habits, is created by repetition. Humans, scientifically and psychologically proved, we learn by repetition. It's when you learn to listen, when you listen to music, in your car, in the house, wherever you are, you listen to a new song and you like the rhythm, like when you least expect it, because you listening too much, you start to sing the chorus, because the song usually is chorus all the time, so you start to put in your mind the chorus. When past the time and you keep listening the same song over and over again, then you're going to pay attention to the lyrics, and then you're going to start to repeat not just the chorus, you're going to start to repeat the lyrics as well, or the whole song. So then you're going to memorize the song because you listen it every single day. So this is an example of how we get addicted to something because we start by repetition. See, let's use our common sense. Is, for example, every day I do my bed and I keep my room nice and neat. But it's a decision I made because I wanted to keep it clean. Unfortunately or fortunately, the way that we keep our room, it says a lot how we keep our lives. Unfortunately, it's like that. We don't want to, we always say, what has to be making my bed every day has to do with my daily life. Yes, and I've been seeing through co-workers, through friends, and also through myself. Because when I used to be unorganized many years ago when I was younger, in my 20s, 30s, I said, I'll do it for later. Nobody's watching my room. Nobody's taking, checking if I am messy or not. But I was the one who's checking that I'm messy. So in psychology, I learned, and I love to read books, is to learn and be a better person for myself. And if I can share my thoughts and my learning with others, that's awesome. So what I learned is we need to, that when we are messy in our house, we are messy in all areas of our life. So for example, if I keep my room nice and neat and my bed, I do my bed every day when I wake up, that means that I organize my daily tasks and prioritize my daily tasks. Could be at work or my personal life. But if I'm messy at home, I leave everything dusty, everything in the wrong place. In the areas that you analyze, you auto-observe and auto-analyze yourself, you're going to say, oh yes, in my job, I keep my desk messy, or I keep whatever field you're working on, you keep it messy, your station, wherever you have to work, because it's the way that you keep it here. So we tend to think that everything is fixable outside, but well, we need to fix it from inside out. That's why it's coming the addictions, because emotions is, oh, I have this problem, I have anxiety, let me smoke, and you smoke, and guess what? The cigarette is fix your problem? No, you just had the sensation of smoking. Could be marijuana, could be cigarettes, whatever, tobacco, whatever. You smoke it for a second, you feel really good more smoking. Then you go back to work or go back to do your things, and you are like, okay, I'm still worried, concerned. So in other words, is if addictions to alcohol, drugs, cigarettes, to food, to whatever addiction we have, if that will fix our problems, I will be the first one having all the addictions existed in this world. But it's proof that addictions is a momentary satisfaction. So you satisfy when a person is starving, is hungry. And like most of us says, sometimes our eyes are bigger than our stomach. And we ask for a big plate of everything, chicken, rice, everything. When we eat it, when we start to eat, we realize that our stomach is not that big, that we are not going to eat the whole plate. Maybe we eat half of it. So see, because it's fulfilled. So when I'm fulfilled, my stomach is full, I'm happy because I shut down my stomach saying, I feed you, my stomach is supposed to be happy. Guess what? After a few hours, 3-4 hours, you are starving. So you have to feed it. It's the same with our brain. Nobody teaches us, nobody instructs us or guides us that addictions are bad. Everything in this world out of balance is bad, because the only person who is affected is yourself, is ourselves. So if we use our common sense and says, hey, instead to get addicted to alcohol, to cigarettes, to drugs, to food, let me process my emotions. Write down your thoughts. I learned this in therapy many years ago, and also through my books that I read. And when you have anxiety, concern, worry about your finances, worry about a relationship, worry about that you're going to lose somebody or something, write down your thoughts. Why am I anxious? What about possible solutions to my anxiety or to my worry or my concerns? Write 3 to 5. For example, when I used to be struggling financially, okay, So I'm going to write down how can I fix my finances problems. Okay, first one, I'm going to ask for a bank loan. If the bank can loan me some money. Second, if the bank doesn't loan me the money, I'm going to ask a friend or a sibling who can loan me this amount of money, and I'll pay it like every 2 weeks or every or once a month. I'm going to pay this amount of money back to my friend or family who's going to loan me the money. Third, in that case that those two first options don't work, the third one, okay, so I just have one job and it's not enough, so I will have to get a second job so I can make more money and pay my bills on time and complete. But there is options. So instead to eat, in my case, I was addicted to food. So instead to be worried, oh, I want to pay my bills, I'm getting behind, and I'm going to be kicked out from the apartment because I'm not paying on time, and go to the kitchen and eat all the snacks, all the chocolates. Okay, yeah, I feel that anxiety for temporarily, but once the effect passes, guess what? I'm going to be like, okay, I'm still having the same financial problem. The chocolates, the snacks, and all the food that I ate from my kitchen didn't fix my problem, and it's going to increase the problem because I get fatter, I get unhealthier, and I didn't fix the financial problem. So that's my point, my people. We need is to take charge instead to be in fear, to be overthinking, because most of the people, and I've been there, I'm not judging here, I'm just helping you and guiding you the way that I fix it, to me and the people that I guide through my life. So keep in mind this, every time you have a concern or worry, first thing, take a deep breath. If you need to cry, cry out loud, let it out, all the frustration, the anxiety, cry. Once you are all settled, say, okay, sit down, have a journal book, or have a notebook and start to write the day. Says, okay, my concern is, in my case, I have a financial problem. How can I pay the bill of my rent, my electrical, whatever problem you have in finances, for example? 3 to 5 options. First one, I'm going to ask a loan from my bank. Second, in case that doesn't work, I'm going to ask a friend or family member who can loan me some money. Third, I'm going to get a second or third job temporarily while I cover. Also, third and fourth, if I'm struggling every time in the same way, it's because I'm doing something wrong. And what it is you go to your bank account here. If you are in the United States, I don't know how it operates in other countries in the world, but here in the United States, you can go to your bank account. If you have a bank account, you go to your bank and ask for a financial advisor for free. Those financial advisors are there for you to use them in a good way. You can tell them, okay, I've been struggling financial. You have to be honest with yourself and with them, because if you give them wrong numbers, wrong information, they cannot help you in the right way. It's like when you go to the doctor, you have to tell them exactly where is the pain, how long have you been with the pain, everything, so the doctor can prescribe you the right medicine. So in finances or in any area, we need to be honest with ourselves first and then with the people. So if you tell the financial advisor, okay, for example, I never did this, but I have friends, they do that. And I told them already. They have a coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. It's an example. One coffee every single day with one donut, one sandwich. Every single day from Monday through Saturday. For a month, it's almost $260 a month. Why you don't buy a coffee maker? You make your coffee at home and buy a dozen of donuts or a dozen of, well, donuts are not healthy, but if you like donuts, or go to YouTube videos. They don't pay me to advertise them, but there are tons of recipe healthy donuts that you can make from and scratch from home, and you can make them for the whole week. So you have your coffee and your donut home, and instead to spend those $260 in a month in Dunkin' Donuts, you can invest them and make it grow to $500 or to more. But for that, because we don't know, we don't have the experience and the knowledge, that's why we rely on a financial advisor that they can guide us. They can say, hey, instead to spend your money in this and this and this, spend your money in this and this and this. And after 2-3 months, you're going to see the big difference how you, with one job, you can stretch your check. You can stretch the money because you are investing wisely. No, because most of us, unfortunately, we are consumers by emotions. Have you realized that mostly women, when they are depressed or sad, they go shopping and they feel better? And even they go shopping and buy stuff that they don't need. They go and buy clothes that they use it one time and then it's going to be in the closet for years until you move out or you need to give a deep cleanup. And then you say, oh, by the way, I found that blouse or those pants that I wear one time. They are pretty new. I never use them anymore. Yes, because you were buying it under your emotional stress. That's why, my people, if we don't want to be addicted or we want to quit addictions, the first thing is we need to know ourselves better. You can question yourself. You can be your own therapist. Write down. In my case, my name is Rosy. That's why my channel says Rosy Aconseja. Aconseja is give advices in Spanish. So that's what it means. But Rosy is my name. So in my case, I'm going to put me as example. I'm going to know myself better. I'm going to write down. I'm going to talk to myself like a third person. How is Rosy? What Rosy likes? What kind of food she likes? What kind of music she likes? Because remember, every 10 years we change the taste. Whatever I like in my 20s, now that I'm over 50s, I like something different. I don't like the same music. I don't like the same food. I don't like the same things that I used to like when I was younger. I like different things. The things that I used to like to read in my 20s, now I read something different. All of us, we change through the time. That we don't want to recognize is different. And then we complain with our partners or family or friends, oh, but they haven't changed in the last 10 years. Oh my God, that person is different. I don't know them anymore. Yes, because we change too. The thing is, we don't pay attention because we are hanging with us every single day. So that's why other people is when they see us, is when they see the change. And not physically, mentally, and our feelings. So that's why, my people, we need to get a questionnaire for yourself. How is Rosy as a person? How is Rosy when she what things Rosy get happy with? What things is a disappointment for Rosy. So when you know better yourself, then you can get another questionnaire about your emotions. Why Rosy get upset? What makes Rosy happy? When people tell her these certain things, how Rosy reacts. She get upset, she get depressed. How is she? Because when you know yourself better, guess what? You can control better your emotions. Whatever happened outside of your mind and your heart is not going to affect you. You're going to jump to take care of the situation instead to hide, cry for a week, overthinking, and don't solve the problem. Most of us, that's the situation nowadays. People is over anxiety because focus too much in the future and they are not living the present, or they are so over depressed. That means they live too much in the past instead to forgive and forget and keep moving forward. So, and I'm telling you this, that usually therapists in different sessions, they don't tell you that clear like I'm telling you guys, because I've been there already. I've been through hell in my life. People, when they see you happy all the time, they say, oh, looks like she never had any struggles in her life. Looks like everything is perfect for her. Because I had to work in myself. I had to work in my emotions. And that took me years. To me, between 5 and 10 years. If you want to be better yourself, start to work today in you. You are the most important person in this life. Don't compare with others. That's the other big issue in life, that we compare. Oh, she's bigger than me, she's smaller than me, she's fatter than me, or she's slimmer than me, she has more money than me, she has a really nice boyfriend and I don't. We always compare. That's the worst ever thing that people can do, and everything is thanks to social media, to marketing, and to TV that always give us a standardized beauty. They tell us who is ugly and who is pretty, and it's not like that. There are different types of beautiful. There are different types of handsome men. There are beautiful types of people. So we cannot just standardize that everybody, like 100 person, 100 people has to like the same person. That doesn't work in that way. That is not realistic. That is imaginary Cinderella story from Hallmark movies. So please, my people, if you want to quit addictions or you don't want to get addicted because you are on time to get close to addiction of anything that is going to harm your mental, physical, and spiritual health, don't go for it. Start to work in yourself. Know yourself better. This is the first one. Know yourself better. Working in your emotions, what you like, what you don't like, what make you upset, what make you happy. And when a concern, worry, or problem appears, write it down. Okay, I have this problem. How can I fix it? Put 3 to 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to talk with this person. I don't like when this person tell me in this way because I hurt my feelings. Why hurt my feelings? Because I have a problem since I have in my childhood. I have a childhood trauma that I haven't worked in myself. And when this person treat me like that, made me feel like my father treated me like that. So how can I change this thinking and this emotion that is not with me anymore? See? Everything is fixable in this life. While you are alive, you can fix it. But you have to put your effort. Unfortunately, people tell us oh, you have a problem? Go to the psychologist. You have a problem? Go. You are religious? Go to the priest. The priest will Jesus is going to come and save you. That doesn't work in that way. That doesn't work. That's why this religion and other things make us believe that we give our power to other entity to solve our problems. That doesn't work in that way. That means is we are still big physically, age. We can be 40s, 50s, 60s, 100. But mentally, in our heart, we're still acting like a little kid that's 7, 8 years old, like, Mommy, can you come and fix this because I don't know how to do it? Can you pass me that because it's too high and I cannot reach it? We're acting like that. I'm not judging here. I'm just want to wake you up and think that we need to work in ourselves. We need to know ourselves better. We need to learn how to fix our own issues. It's not problems. I call it circumstances because those circumstances, we grow from them. We create mistakes. We learn from them. We learn to fix them. So next time we avoid to fall in the same mistake. We are allowed to make mistakes, but make new ones. Don't make the same mistakes. We made the same mistakes with different people. And then we complain, oh God, oh universe, why me? Why this happening to me? I'm a good person. Why? Because I'm still not working in my ego, still not working in my emotions. I don't know myself well because today I want this person and next day I'm tired of that person. And it's because everything is me, it's not them. They are my mirrors. People, family, friends, ancestors, whoever crossed my path, they are my mirrors. They are showing me something that I don't want to be conscious about. For example, if someone lies to me, and I hate that person lied to me, doesn't mean that I'm a liar, no. That means that I lied to myself. How I lie to myself? Tomorrow I'm going to go to the gym, or since tomorrow I'm going to change my eating habits. And comes that day, and one of my coworkers brought donuts or brought stuff that I know is not healthy. But I said, I'll start the day after tomorrow or next week, and I eat the donuts. What I'm doing? I betray myself. I'm lying to myself because in my mind, I was thinking that tomorrow I'm going to start my eating better. What I did? I lied to myself because I didn't do it. I didn't accomplish my goal for the day. That's the way that happens. So those mirrors, that people that goes through your eyes, through your path, that is family, partners, friends, co-workers, bosses, they are telling you something that you haven't worked in yourself. Example, if you are working with a boss, manager, supervisor who don't appreciate you, who don't value your job, that you work hard, you arrive early, you always help your coworkers and everything, and you feel like, oh, my boss, I hate him, I hate her. They don't value, they don't appreciate my hard job and blah, blah, blah. But why is that? Because you don't value yourself. Once you start to value yourself as a person, without being egocentric or narcissist, that is too much. I'm not saying go there that far. No, everything in balance. So when you are conscious and realize that you are a self-worth person, that you know that you do great your job and you value what you do, you will see that is when people call miracles. That is when the boss is going to start to see you different. It's going to say, hey, Rosie, you are doing a great job. I'm proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing. That's awesome. And you're going to be like, what happened here? Wow, she never told me that I'm doing a good job. This is the first time. But what is that? Because you started to believe in yourself. You started to value and appreciate yourself in that job. That's why people start to see you different. People is our projection. We are like the camera, and whatever happens inside our camera, that is the projection. Is when you see the movie, you see the machine rolling, and you see the camera is showing and is projecting to the screen whatever they want us to watch as a movie. Is the same in our lives. And if our brain, we change our thinking for I value myself, I care about myself, I love myself, and I take action of those things, I'm going to set up boundaries. I'm not going to allow that people come disrespect me, mistreat me, because I love myself. That's the way. And with the jobs, it's the same thing. When we complain about something we don't like from others, how they talk to us, how they don't appreciate us, look inside. Don't judge them, judge you. Like, okay, now I do that. Took me years. Took me like 8 years to realize that. I used to just like, oh, they are mean to me, and I play the victim because humanity, we love to play the victims. We love to be like, oh, poor me, people do things, bad things to me. No, but why they do bad things to me? Because I allow it. Because I was treating myself really bad. I say, oh, I'm stupid, I'm worthless, I'm fat. I used to treat me really, really bad many years ago. When I learned to care more about my thoughts and my actions, immediately, like a miracle, people start to treat me better and respect me more. But I had to start with myself. We cannot expect that people come and treat us nicely while we are treating us like a crap. That is not going to happen. Please, 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 don't believe everything I say here. Experience it. Experience it, my people, and you'll see the difference. You're going to avoid addiction. You're going to avoid taking pills. You don't need pills for anything. Most of the times it's a placebo. You know what is a placebo? They make you think that a pill is going to fix you, and the pill is empty of nothing, and you just take it and you say, oh, this pill is going to make me feel better. And later on, you're going to feel better because you believe that pill is going to make you better. So instead to believe that pill is going to make you better, why you don't believe in yourself and you say, I'm going to feel better. I'm controlling my life. I'm controlling my emotions. Controlling is not retain. Is let it out, cry for a day or two, but don't stay there forever crying. Fix your concerns. Okay, write down your thoughts every single night before you go to sleep, because that is the time when we go down, we lay down, and we start to overthink. Oh, tomorrow I had to make a call. Tomorrow I had to take care of the kids. Tomorrow I had to do this. So instead to be thinking, write it down. I'm not saying put it in your phone electronically. Use a pen and paper. Why? Because in psychology I learned that your brain sends the message to your hand. So when you are taking care of the things, your brain says, oh, this is released to the paper, so now I can relax here. Don't believe me? Do it. And please put in the comments, once you do all these tips and guidance that I'm giving you, tell me what is your stories. Tell me if that worked for you. Or maybe you're missing something and that's why it's not working in the right way. Thank you for listening to my channel, to my videos. Subscribe to the channel. I'm not getting paid by YouTube or any platform yet because I had to have like million something views. So that's not my purpose. My purpose is to help the community, to awake them so you can live a better life. See you until next time. Bye-bye.